Okay, moving right along. Next up, we have our one new coach in the Patriot League this season. He was named head coach at Lafayette in June, talking about Jim Rogalski. Most recently, the head coach at Scranton, where he won a conference title in 2011, qualified for the NCAA tournament. He was on the staff at Rutgers for 6 years before that. Lafayette coming off a season in which they were 3-10 overall and 1-5 in the Patriot League last year. Coach Rogalski, welcome to the Patriot League.
Thank you very much. Just want to thank everybody for being here today, giving me an opportunity to speak. Obviously, like Coach Saul alluded, taking over a program for the first year, we're, as a coaching staff, we're still getting adjusted to the ins and outs of the school, the ins and outs of the programs, ins and outs of the program. But we've been excited about the team and, just how they've done a great job of, just adjusting to a new staff, new challenges, new goals. Starting in the fall, we really focused on, changing just the culture of the program, talking about expectations, talking about personal accountability, personal sacrifice, and I got to give the guys a lot of credit. They've handled every challenge that we've put forth to them with positive attitudes and good work ethic. So we're extremely excited for the season. We're healthy coming into the preseason, so we're really looking forward to getting going here. We have a great group of seniors, and it really starts with those guys. They've listened, they've bought in, and that makes our staff's job much easier. With the quality of individuals that we have in the upperclassmen to come in and be ready to take on the new challenges that a new staff puts forth for them. So we're super excited just to get going. And like I said, I think we have a lot to prove this year, and I think the guys are ready for the challenge.
Terry Foy from Inside Lacrosse.
Hey, Terry.
Anytime there's a new coaching transition, obviously, it's an opportunity for players to, make a new first impression, so to speak. Any guys that have really stood out to you in terms of, making a strong first impression with you that you feel like you'll be able to rely on heading into the season?
We've had several guys. I would say on the offensive end, we're a little young, but there's a couple guys that were injured last year that showed up, have really done a great job. Sonny Round, as a sophomore from Summit High School, he did a great job this fall. Our leading scorer last year, Brian Bach, had a great fall. So I think from an offensive standpoint, we're going to be young, and so the key for us is getting these guys some game experience, keeping them healthy into the season. From a defensive standpoint, that's I think where we have our most leadership.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good to meet you.
And there's we have a couple juniors, and we have a good core of guys that I think as a unit are going to gel. And again, it's really just about experience. There's a couple guys that were injured last year that are going to see some more playing time. So we still have to figure out our identity on the defensive end of the field, but I think we have all the key components to be a pretty successful unit.
Coach Stoll made mention of the getting used to the competition of the Patriot League and kind of the week in, week out grind that the season kind of represents. When you look at your schedule, are there any particular challenges that you guys, kind of realize, all right, this is going to be a difficult hump to get over? And what's your kind of overall approach taking the season as a campaign as a whole?
Yeah, I think Coach Saul put it well, where every game's tough, and you have to bring your A game. So I think the first challenge is, especially when you're jumping from the fall to the spring, is really set expectations. But also it's all different. There's more film, there's more preparation. You got to take care of your bodies, while you're going to class. So there's a little bit more of a sacrifice on a weekly basis, and those are certainly things that we manage. I mean, if you take a look at our schedule, especially in the Patriot League, everybody's good, everybody works hard, so you have to be certainly prepared and ready for a battle on a daily basis. And I think that's one of the things that we've really focused on from a program standpoint is creating the mindset that every day you got to come out to play, because every day everybody else in the country, everybody else in the Patriot League comes out ready to play. So it's intangibles like on a daily basis having a positive attitude, making sure you get enough sleep that night so you're ready to practice, making sure you get your schoolwork done so you can focus on practice. So we really focus on the commitment to the program, not just on a daily basis, but a week to week and a monthly basis. And ultimately, as we continue to make those sacrifices, that's how we're going to continue to get better as a program and win some ball games.
Coach, Ken McMillan from the Times-Herald Record.
Do you advocate a certain style of play that you're taking in from your previous jobs, or are you just evaluating your current talent and making decisions from there?
I think we're still trying to figure out our identity, but I think again, a couple of coaches alluded to it. The game has changed, and it's changed for everybody. And I think everybody is using the fall and the spring to figure out how it's going to affect the game. How are you going to ride? Are you going to clear it differently? What are you going to do offensively? So I think it's an exciting time for lacrosse overall. For us, we're still trying to find the pieces, where they fit, and that's going to continue to take shape as we get into the scrimmages. But our first scrimmage will be the first weekend in February. So, every day we're going to get a little better. Every day, some guys are going to step up and separate themselves. And so, I think we're going to be a little bit of an ongoing. It's going to be a little bit of an ongoing process, for us as we continue to get more experience, to get more game ready. And I feel like we're going to be a little bit different from our home opener into the meat of the Patriot League schedule.